Sorry, people. Hang on a second. Something's not right. Something is not right on my side. Apologies, people. Just hang on a second. I'll be back. There we go. Yes, people. Welcome to LFC Red Forever channel, LRFC, as it's known by now. We're doing the preview for the Brighton game tomorrow. It had to be a day after. Sorry, I meant to do it yesterday, but time catches up with you and job, all that stuff. But yeah, let me bring in obviously one of the regulars, one of the best YouTubers I know, Mr. Uncle Rods. Let's go. What's going on, sir?
What up, peeps? What up? Well, thank you for having me, Fuzz. Thank you for having me.
You don't have to thank me, mate. You're part of the channel now, so this is your channel. What's yours is mine now. Then what's going on, mate? Like, you looking forward to the game tomorrow?
Yes, I am. Listen. I'm looking forward to getting back on track and seeing how we bounce back for such an atrocious, week of football. Do you know what I mean? And especially on the day. So I'm just seeing how our red men bounce back from all this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. I'm looking forward to it. Especially after that Tottenham game, which is our last Premier League game, we have to find a way to correct that errors that we have. I don't think we're gonna get a replay from Tottenham either. So we just gotta just get on with it now, innit, Uncle Ross? Just let's not look back, just look forward. Otherwise it's gonna disrupt the squad in a way that they're gonna keep regretting it. Like what happened to them, all that stuff. So just let's move on from that and just concentrate on the Premier League. Because in my opinion, we've been the best team in the Premier League by far this season. I don't think anyone's been touching us. And the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you look at Tottenham; they I think top of the league now. But if we would have won, we would have been like a few points clear of everybody else. If you think about it, Uncle.
Yeah. I think that's what makes it hurt.
Hurts. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think, look, you know what? If we're gonna do something, don't make a distract team. Let the team do what they're doing, and you do what you're doing on the legal side. Do you know what I mean? And just you have to do it like that because to be honest, obviously not to go over it too much, but my feelings on it is that we shouldn't take this line down. You should do something, but if you're gonna do something, do what you're doing, but let the team crack on. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
on, and you do what you're doing on your side, and we do what we're doing on our side. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp do what he's doing with the team, but I'm seriously interested to see how Liverpool bounce back in the league from what happened last week, and because
Do you think we're getting treated unfairly around the media and around the other clubs, the way they're talking about us in regards to the way we're behaving off the pitch? Like I said, if someone stole from you, are you going to accept it in life, or are you going to challenge it, or try to get it back? What are you going to do? You're going to just to me, it's just one too many of these things that's happening to Liverpool season in, season out, especially the season we actually compete for titles. These are the kind of things we receive. I think someone brought it up the other day on the news. I don't know if it was Sky Sports News. It showed like a collection of Liverpool stuff that's been happening to us over the years, and I think the person said Man City probably were cheating along the way as well, because those officials, what are they doing in Abu Dhabi doing like a match down there when they should be in England preparing for the biggest match of the weekend? You get what I'm saying? So who's paying these people to go to these places? You know what I'm saying? So you look at that Rodri handball a couple of seasons ago when he was competing for the quad. You look at before that, and I put Naby Keita getting tripped over inside the box by Leicester players. Maguire should have got sent off, but then he got an equaliser in that game, so we lost 3 points. So it's just too many stuff. And you look at the Van Dijk injury, and like you look at the issues that we have when we're challenging. Every season we challenge, it's just like continuation. And I understand why Liverpool Football Club is angry and retaliating the way they are. I don't know what you think about that, Uncle Roz.
No, it's true. Everything that you say is 100% true, because like, had Virgil van Dijk had he not got injured that season, you're looking at a different season. Because if we can have all our defenders that are out, all out, and still get third that season, he still got third that season.
And Man City only won it by 86 points. Like, it wasn't a lot of points. Like, exactly. Compared to the previous season. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's no telling that then they sort of like what we could have done that season. Do you know what I mean? What we could have done, what we could have accomplished. But you see, what it is at the day is like they do these little things at the day, right? Just to prove it and day to us and to Liverpool fans that we don't want you dominating again. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's 100% right.
Yeah, they don't want Liverpool dominating again, because they know at the end of the day, once we dominate, right, we will do it better than Man United, because we don't need a manager to sit on a board in order for us to dominate. We don't need the backing of Sky Sports to dominate. We do it on share will and share desire. You know what I mean?
As we did it with Shankly, Paisley, Fagan, Dalglish, etc.
Yeah, we always at the day prove at the day how good we are. Do you know what I mean? We always prove how good. So, they don't want us at the day that going down that domination route. So they put all these obstacles in our way, because if you saw how Tottenham played today and played Luton today, right? Nobody deserved to win today. Tottenham didn't deserve to win. Luton deserved to win.
No.
It was pants, you know what I mean? They had Basuma at the end of the day. Basuma thrown himself sort of like all about the place, yeah? He's thrown himself down once and then he dived once.
As they did against Liverpool in the previous week as well, yeah.
You know what I mean? He actually committed a foul. He committed a foul and he was on a yellow card, yeah? And so if you had any sense about you, you're not going to do anything in the day that's going to sort of like, warrant another yellow card. But he thought from last week, he thought he's protected. He dived and they got a second yellow card. Do you know what I mean? Before the end of the half. Do you know what I mean? So it's down to 10 men. It's down to 10 men. So really and truly, what Luton should have done, should have stepped up. But rest.
It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
So really and truly, both teams did not deserve the points. But who's sitting on top of the Premiership at the moment?
It's madness. We're going to look at that. We're going to look into that. So let's start with the Premier League. We'll just look at the table, and then we could just make out the top five who's going to be challenging this season if we just look at it. We'll look at the whole league, actually. Let's look at the whole league and see how it's going. So let's start with that, Uncle Roz, yeah?
No worries. Okay.
The league's like this at the moment, people. Unfortunately, Tottenham are top of the league. On another, let me try and make it bigger, slightly bigger for all of you. So it's a bit small. one more time. Yeah, so you can see the league. Tottenham are top of the tree. They've got 20 points. I just can't believe it, man. Because I was thinking about it today when I looked at that, Uncle. I was like, we could have been there. And we're forgetting, these two are facing each other tomorrow as well. The two, so they will drop even more points. Maybe if Man City lose, we would have been like 4 points clear of them if we would have won our game as well, like 2 games, Tottenham and the Brighton game. But it's not going to happen because what's happened to us. So to me, we just got to get on with it now. Like you said, let the club deal with the off the field stuff. Make sure that the players are distracted because these things can cause an effect on the players. You're thinking about it this way, people. 17 games unbeaten run, and then like every game you're playing, you try to defend that unbeaten run, don't you, Uncle Rods? That's what they've been doing. Now you don't have to do that anymore, and it could actually cause an effect on your mindset. That's what worries me about our team at the moment. Hopefully, we'll come through this Brighton game much better. But you look at Tottenham this season, Uncle Ross. What do you think of them, mate? Like, is it just a honeymoon period, or are they that good when you watch them today?
Well, I watched them today, and I think that, and it's clear to see it's a honeymoon period. It's clear because today they wasn't very good. It wasn't very good today. And some were saying that they will look at the end of the day. It's like, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Sort of like, if you play well, as long as you get points, you know what I mean? But judging from what I see today, it's a honeymoon period. Do you know what I mean? They didn't look particularly good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether it's because it's like, early kickoff, you know what I mean? Or something like that, I don't know. But they didn't look particularly well today. I think it's a honeymoon period. And what happened? What will be interesting? What will be really, really interesting is how they reacted. Yeah, when that honeymoon period and they sort of like, it finishes. How are they going to react? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you look at Ange at the day, he's 58 years old and he hasn't won nothing yet.
Yeah.
He's won in days. He's won the league title in a farmers league. If you like,
you're gonna win no matter what, then. Even you can win it, and I can win it.
It's a farmer league. Apart from Rangers, apart from Rangers, like they really haven't got anybody else to worry about apart from Rangers. Celtic and Rangers are 2 superpowers up there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Apart from that, it's a farmers league. So it'd be very interesting and they to sort of like see how they respond at the end of the day, like to the fact that they wouldn't with honeymoon period goes because it's gonna go because at the end of the day, they haven't played Man City yet. Yeah, right. They ain't played them yet. Do you know what I mean? So they imagine that they play Man City and they take a thumping by Man City. Do you know what I mean? How do they react? They haven't played Chelsea yet. Do you know what I mean? Now you look at Chelsea and Chelsea are finding some form as of late. They won their game on Monday night against Fulham. And the game today against Burnley. I mean, one could say it and they sort of like, it's only Fulham and it's only Burnley. But is it those games like that gives you confidence, you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see what's going to happen when Tottenham and Chelsea meets.
But the thing is, Uncle Ross, it's all about injuries as well, isn't it? You're only 1 or 2 injuries. If you haven't got the strength and depth in the team, you're only 1 or 2 injuries away from the season going badly. Especially with Tottenham, they don't have that strength and depth. Their first 11 is what you get, isn't it? So
that's what I'm trying to say, and many people they don't realise that their first 11 is their best 11. Put that way, it's the best 11. As with us at the day, we've got sort of like we can swap things around, and you'll see at the day when we do the lineup later on. Yeah, you'll see how Liverpool can swap things around. I don't think at the day that and has that option. Yeah, have that option. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting to see what's going to happen when that honeymoon period goes and they.
And the pressure is on the manager, because there's no pressure now, is it? There's no pressure.
I mean, they still got to go. They still got to go to Old Trafford. They've still got to go to Anfield. You know what I mean? Yeah. And was it Arsenal still got to come to their ground, which I was
Yeah.
very surprised that they drew. And as I said, and they sort of like that game that the mistake that Arsenal made. I say it to the Arsenal guys. The mistake that Arsenal made was they played Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz in the day, right, messed up the whole team. But
I think he's confident. I think he's better than what he looks. You know, I think he's just like most Chelsea players when they play at Chelsea. I know. I just think Chelsea just destroy players, mate. Their confidence and everything. Before he was at Chelsea, I think in Germany he was highly regarded, and Liverpool were looking at him as well when Sammy Hoopy was in charge of Leverkusen. Don't forget that. You know what I mean? So, you know, like when you go to a team like Chelsea and it's nothing but you know, a team that just talks about money. That's what it is. There's no ambition in regards to winning titles. You know what I mean? The players, you know, they formed it. So look at the players that actually like went down there and look, De Bruyne's, Salah's, Shevchenko's, Crespo. Look at the names I've given you. Fernando Torres. There's endless names. Yeah.
They've had some ballers down there, but
but their careers haven't been the same since they got there and after that. Has it? If you look at it.
I was speaking to a guy today when I was working. And he was like part of the catering staff, and he's a Chelsea fan, and he was talking about Torres. And I said to him, and the problem with that, you guys were too greedy. You guys, and they thought, yes, get Fernando Torres, to your team. And all of a sudden, that day, it's going to be sort of like, you know, you're going to sort of like literally your fortunes are going to be there. Do you know what I mean? But like in respect of Kai Havertz, and I watched Kai Havertz, and they went out because he was in Germany. He was in like a Leverkusen on the day when I was in Germany at that time. And, you know, I used to look at Kai Havertz and that. And to be honest with you, yes, he scored a couple of goals, but he was, put this way, at the end of the day, I didn't think that he was pressure proven. However,
I don't think he was a striker, Uncle Rose. I remember him coming off the right like Salah does. That's what he was doing in Leverkusen.
Yeah. But the thing is about it, however, I always do feel coming to Liverpool would have been the right move for him. As with the same thing with Timo Werner. If he came to Liverpool and from that, you will see a totally different player. Do you know what I mean?
You know what it is, Uncle Rods? You know, with managers, let me just say it to summarize it for people. You know, with managers, why is Ferguson the greatest manager, they say, in the Premier League? Why is Bill Shatley the greatest manager in his time? Why is Bob Paisley the greatest manager in their time? Kenny Dalglish, etc. And Jurgen Klopp. It's all about psychology. They are unpaid psychologists. That's what they are. They're very good at getting to players' minds and making them believe they are the best players in the world. That's what Klopp does. I think Boateng was saying that in Rio Ferdinand's podcast recently about how Klopp, when he took him to Dortmund, a lot of people were asking, why are you taking this guy to Dortmund? He's not even like all that. But Dortmund, I think Klopp said, you know, it's my choice. This is the player I want. I'll get him to Dortmund and make him a better player. And Prince Boateng became even that much better player because of the confidence the manager gave him. And, you know, that's how much impact these kind of managers have in players. You know what I mean? You look at our team, like if you look at our team a few seasons ago that won the title of the Champions League, before they came to Liverpool, you wouldn't class them as world-class players. You know, some people was even asking questions, why they do that Liverpool? And look what happened. It's the manager. Managers are psychologists, people. They are very good. Look at the best managers. They get into players' heads and make them believe they are world beaters. Nobody thought Henderson's going to pick up those trophies, did they? The way he plays. But look at that.
Of course they never. And what it was, and what a lot of people got to think about is that in respect to to sort of like to Henderson, what's that guy's name? Ferguson, as he's saying, Ferguson.
Yeah.
Ferguson was his biggest critic.
Yeah.
Was his biggest critic. Said, "Oh, look at the way he runs. He runs all the way off key, and he'll never be a good footballer."
I remember. Yeah.
Well, then look what he done, Ferguson. So the thing is about then, what people don't realize that they win managers in the day. It's not about having your team and what they can do on a pitch in the day, right? It's how you as a manager can manage those players.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? You have to be able to manage the players. And some people have got the knack, and some people haven't got the knack. Some people think that they will look, you know, as long as my team at the end of the day, right, is performing on the pitch and everything, that's all that matters. No, it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? You have to be able to listen. You have people like Steven Gerrard,
yeah,
and he fought the world of Gerard Houllier. When Steven Gerrard was going through his problems in the day, right? Gerald Houllier took him under his wing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He literally stayed with Gerald Houllier in his house at the day for a certain amount of time and everything until he got his head right and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, as a player and as a human being, you don't forget those sort of things. You know what I mean? You're gonna think, well, look, you know what? I'm gonna run for a brick wall for him.
Exactly.
Because he's like, and they put himself on the line for me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put myself on the line for him. Now, however, if you get a manager at the end of the day that doesn't really care and just sees you as a player and just sees you as what's it? I don't know, like you say, like a wheeling his cog, for instance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just a mid-table team, like type of players, or the bottom half or something like that.
No, but he just sees you. What isn't it? He just sees you as a commodity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He just see, all right. For instance, day like I do this stuff with you. I do this stuff with you, right? Yeah. If I didn't like you as a friend, do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, man, he's a good bloke and everything, that, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's literally gonna come out at the end of the day in our content creating. It's gonna come out. Now, because I think because I value you as a friend, do you know what I mean? And we get on and everything, I then put more into what I'm doing with the content creating with you.
100%. Exactly.
You know I mean? Exactly. But if you don't, if you just think of the person and they well, this person and they can get me known. And that, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to put that much effort into it. But if the person's a friend, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you generally get on with them, you know what I mean, right? And he comes from the brethren, you're going to put more into it. You're always going to put that 100% into it. Now, that comes with the football. You know what I mean? Playing football. If you got a manager in the day that puts himself on the line for you, you're going to do the same for him.
Exactly.
If he doesn't put himself on the line for you, he just thinks of you as a commodity. He just thinks of you at the end of the day, a person that can, that you can win games for him. You know what I mean? You win games for him. He looks good and everything, that, right? Mm-hmm. If you got that sort of relationship with it, it shows because you can think, I'm not doing this. Do you understand what I'm getting at? So
yes.
It's all about really and how you manage your players.
Make sure the players are happy, basically, instead of what Gravenberch said. Like, they asked him when he came in the team. They asked him, "What did Klopp say to you, like, since you're in the team and all that stuff?" He said, "No, he just told me to go and play football. That's all he said to me. Didn't give me a tactical side or anything. You're playing on that side. Go and show what you can do." Yeah. And now look at Gravenberch. Each game is improving, and apparently he broke a record, didn't he, with assist and a goal or something like that as well.
Oh yeah,
since he's been on the pitch, so it shows. It's just that it's like I said to you, it's all about psychology. If the manager is the best at that, they are the Pep Guardiola. You could name all of them. It's all about the mindset, what they could put in that player's head. It doesn't matter how good that player is; they will make you run for a wall, like Uncle Ross said, and that's brilliant. And I love it. I love it at Liverpool Football Club when this is happening. So Abdul says, "Hi, Fuzzy. Big up, Abdul. Let's just get through the comments. Big up for everyone that's tuned in. I appreciate that, honestly, and of course Uncle Rods do as well. Brighton will be tough. Yeah, it will be tough. 100%. Please, people, like, I appreciate that. We got to 1,500 yesterday, so thank you very, very much for the subscribers and all that stuff, people. Honestly, thank you. For sure, we are the better team. I think I put. Did I put something up? Yeah, I did. This season, Uncle Ross, I said, are we the best team in the Premier League? That's what I was talking about. So far, yeah. Thumbnails on point. How do you do it? It's a secret. I can't tell everyone. Loving the consistency as well. There's more to come. Don't worry. I've got new stuff I'm doing. Here we go. So we've been cheated. Can we recover? I can't wait. That's what we can't wait for. I mean, we're going to see if we can do better. I mean, are we going to just settle for, be feeling sorry for ourselves? Or are we going to come back and batter teams now? You know what upset me last season, Uncle Rods? When we faced Brighton last season, we accepted those defeats that we had. You know what I mean? It was like, because the team was so, out of form, we just accepted those defeats against Brighton. I think it was the cup and the league, wasn't it, that beat us? Yeah. I didn't like it. We're gonna look to head-to-head. I'm gonna show you later on the preview. Let me just go through the comments and then I'll come back. Greetings, Earthlings. Big up, Redbird, as always, brother. Yes, Football Sanctuary. What's up, people? Big up, Fuzzy. Big up, brother. We come back from work. We're tired, aren't we? Still here, bro. Still surviving. Pre Salah says hello, big up, big up. I hope you subscribe, mate. Welcome to the channel. I've never seen you before. CK's hello, Foz. Welcome, CK. Regulars are here. 3-1. We'll see. Football Sanctuary says big up, Uncle Rods. Okay, just keep coming with the comments, people. I'll read it out as we go along. But we're gonna go obviously to. Do you think that Man United got lucky today? The way obviously they were 1-0 down, extra time they scored the goals, didn't they? If you look at it right now. McTominay came on and scored 2, I think after 90 minutes. You know, Brentford ain't that impressive this season, are they? They're not really like, without Ivan Toney, they're not the same team, are they? If you look at them, so they have been losing a few games, drawing a few games as well. But in this game, I thought they were brilliant. I honestly thought, but it got to the 90th minute. Man United made a couple of substitutions. The crowd was going mad at them. I don't know if you watched it, Uncle Ross. And McTominay just came on and scored 2 goals. They had their opportunities, of course, Man United in the beginning, but they're in trouble, mate. They're they're like in a bad shape, Uncle Ross, Man United. It's good for us, but I'm just giving it out there, like people. I don't think this team is ever coming back anytime soon, man. I'm telling you, the way they look under Ten Hag, like we said, honeymoon period, it was good. Now when the pressure is on, that's the performances you get. There you go.
Yeah. 7 Hag.
7 Hag.
No, but you see what it was in the days. Like when is Ivan Toney back? By the way,
you know what? I have no idea. Isn't it in the new year sometime? It's not this year.
What did he get?
Betting, isn't it? He's betting. He's got betting addiction.
What band did he get? How long did he get?
I swear, is it 6 months? Something like that. Wasn't it 6 months? Something like that.
That's a bit strong, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Clearly, at the clearly at the end of the day, they're struggling at the end of the day without him.
An out striker, like a target man.
They're struggling now because I think what it is at the end of the day, they haven't got that guy that has got the ability to close the game now. You know what I mean? Because there was one up for ages.
Yeah,
one up for ages, and like they should have had that person that can sort of like game management. Game management. Say, look, let's not get gun ho. Let's not give away chances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And I mean, I didn't see the match. I'm gonna have to obviously look over the highlights, but can't have. I mean, all right, we did it against Newcastle when you had Darwin Núñez come on, and score twice. But when you look at sort of like Newcastle, they had many chances in which to sort of like finish that game. Do you know what I mean? But they just didn't take the chances.
Oh, Brentford. Brentford. Yeah.
I mean, even when you go back to Luton game today, I was chatting to one of the fans at the day, and I big up the Luton fans as well, man. Big
up, man.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to the league, by the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're a really good set of fans, and I was talking to one fella today. You know what I mean? Should have got his name really, but anyway, I was talking to him today, and I said like, what it is at the end of the day, right? When you get chances at the end of the day, you have to put them away. You know what I mean? At this level, and we was talking about people like Marmus Makamba. He's not really good enough for your team. Do you know what I mean? And he was saying that he was one of our best players in the championship. Yeah. But we both agreed that they said, look, this is the Premiership now. This is levels up. You know what I mean? So like, he's not really good at this level. But you see what it is, and the main thing about Luton today was at the day, right? Why they lost 1-0 is because they didn't take the chances. You've got to take your chances. Every get produced with a chance, you've got to take them. Because what is it, at this level of playing football in the Premiership, you get punished. 100%. And what happened today? I just saw it. I said it today. This is going to happen. You know what I mean? It's like they got a set piece. the set piece they got and scored. They had 2 set pieces before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 set pieces before that, and like Luton defended well. But when excuse me, when that Tottenham player, I don't know forget who it was, laid it off.
Yeah.
Then it went to like Mickey van der Ven, and Mickey van der Ven had his shot. I knew he was going to go in.
It was Madison. He turned players in the touchline. Yeah, Madison.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So you know, I knew that was gonna happen. They're gonna score from there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because one thing Luton don't do, Luton don't pick up the players, but you have to take your chances. So
Do you think like Luton prepares for the league, mate? You know, they're losing a lot of games.
what it is at the end of the day, what it is with Luton is, you see, this is what another
Let's
thing.
check out the table. Yeah, carry on, Carlos.
Another thing I was having a chat with when did the Burnley game. I did the Burnley game the other day. Another thing I was chatting with a Burnley fan, and we was just talking about football in general. And we're just saying, look, it's hard for these teams at the day that are coming up into the sort of like league or in the league, because what it is at the day, right, where there's so much money at the end of the day plowed into sort of like this league, yeah. In order for sort of like you to sort of like compete and everything, you have to spend a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
And some teams just haven't got that.
Yeah, otherwise they're going to stretch like Portsmouth did, and look what happened to Portsmouth
exactly.
after that. Yeah. You don't want to go to bankruptcy or anything like that, do you?
Yeah, that's what I say. Luton are buying players at the day which they can afford. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, put it this way: if they had a choice at the day, I'm telling you, they wouldn't have Marvelous McCamber in defence.
No, hell no.
If they had a choice at the day, they wouldn't have Ross Barkley in the team.
Oh no.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but these are players that
too much trouble, that guy.
Yeah, that's what I say. But these are players that they can afford, so they have to sort of gel with it. You know what I mean? The best thing that these teams could do is go down and then come back up again. Get that parachute money.
At least you know like what the Premiership is all about in your first stint. Then you know, go down and then come back even stronger the next season. I get what you mean. Yeah, you're 100% right. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, so this is the league. This is the Premier League, people. Like you can see Tottenham at the top, Man City second. They didn't even need to win. You know what I mean? And they're still second. Well, fourth, obviously, you know, the familiar faces coming up the league. And what do you think of Chelsea? Chelsea's game, mate. Like, obviously they won by 4-1. I think I've had enough of Burnley, to be fair, mate. Like, there was too much hype around them, especially, you know, winning the Championship last season with Vincent Kompany as the manager. It's like they're getting back left, right, and centre every game. What's going on?
You see, that's another thing. See, what is it? Like these teams like that. Like when sort of like they're in the Championship, when they're Championship, they're doing well because it's a step down. To the Championship, because the Championship, you obviously you play more games than the Premiership.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's a step down. You know what I mean. So, excuse me. So where they do good, they do well at the day in the Championship. Doesn't necessarily mean that they can do good well in the Premiership. Exactly. Now you have people that you got right at the moment. Do you know who's top of the league in the Championship? Can you tell me?
Leicester, isn't it? Is it Leicester still?
Yeah, Leicester. And look how abysmal. Excuse me. Look how abysmal they were last season.
Yeah.
Look how abysmal they were. So what's going to happen at the day, right? Leicester at the day are going to sort of like probably, let's say Leicester to like get out of the Championship.
Yeah.
And they win it.
They should have been there in the first place, mate.
That's what I said.
You look at their players, Uncle Woz. They are amazing players. But Brendan Rodgers does what Brendan Rodgers does. You know what people don't understand about Brendan Rodgers. Yeah? We had him at Liverpool Football Club, so we understand how he is. What he does is he gives you this lift in the beginning with these new ideas. Yeah. But when that new ideas runs out, it just gets lost. Look at every club he's been at, Uncle Woz. It's always like he's lost after that, you know, first season syndrome. After that, like he doesn't know what to do because you know the ideas just run out of him. That's what I see when I see Brendan Rodgers. I don't think he's a good manager, mate. I never did.
No, I don't think he's a good manager, but like you have to give him credit in one way because he managed to win the FA Cup with Leicester.
Yeah.
The problem
but that's in the beginning. That's what I said. Like they were already good when he was there.
Yeah, man, a couple of seasons he went in his first season or second season for that.
Yeah, but each season they've been dropping. Have you seen it? Like they've just.
They've been last season they drop off shape.
Oh,
till that's the second. But you know what it is at the day. What a lot of people don't realize at the day is that with Brendan Rodgers and his team, you know what I mean. And no way am I giving credit thinking saying that he's a good manager and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But what is it today? He did have something against him in the day that he's losing his best players. Do you know what I mean? He lost a lot of his best players, not Mahrez and you know, even like Maguire. Maguire, and when he was at Leicester, he was good when he was.
It was, yeah. It was
He was
Leicester
good.
standards. That's why he was that
Yes,
standards. He's
exactly.
not. He's not. Well, man, I don't even know Man United what their standards is anymore. I don't,
No,
I
he's
mean,
not. No, you see what it is at the day, right? All right, what it is at the day. Just touch on it quick. Man United at the day, right? Whether you like it or not, do you know what I mean? They're a big institute. They are a big
Yeah,
institute.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And they're the only they're the only team really, and then they sort of like that can probably talk to us in that way and from that. Although
Yeah.
we're bigger than them, do you know what I mean? In what achievements and stuff like that, you know, they're kind of like a close second in some sort of
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it is a big institute. You know what I mean? Because
You
if
can't
go
deny
back,
that, Uncle Rose. You know what I mean? But how long can it be a big institute? You know, what I mean?
no,
That's the question. Because you know, us after we dropped off in the 90s, they forgot about us. After that, they already 1998. They already said Liverpool is no longer the biggest team. You know what I mean? Even though they
oh
still
yeah,
have
yeah.
about 10 or 12 league titles behind us, whatever it was. You know what I mean?
But but then what Man United has to do, and I think that right, at the risk of talking about Man United, but what Man United have to do is take a leaf out of our book and see where we went wrong, and sort of like kind of like try to rectify.
Learn from that. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, in respect to Leicester and from that, if they win the Championship this season and they come up to sort of like the Premiership, they're going to struggle because the challenge at the day. The challenge at the day is more bigger. It's more bigger than sort of like what it was in the Championship. So you're finding out like what it is, and a lot of players and they can't handle that. Honestly, when you look at Luton, Town, I've said it before. I said Luton Town, they haven't got the players for the Premiership. That's what it is. They haven't got the players for the Premiership because you got
like you said, it's too soon for them, isn't it? It's too soon, the Premier League.
Well, yeah, when you got your likes of like, as I say, Marvelous for Kamba. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He's not Premiership standard. You got people like you know, Ross Barkley, not really Premiership standard. You got a lot of people in that team at the day that sort of like are not Premiership standards. But then you got a few that are. But the few that are, I think that right can't do it on their own. Do you know what I mean? So they will just what they have to do is this. They'll probably go down this season, you know what I mean? Or
100%.
Or strangely, there might be some strange thing that they might survive.
Yeah.
But what they're gonna have to do is like they're literally gonna have to sort of say, right, you know what? And then we have to get some more better players in.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work on Quads. It's a lot of work.
Of course.
Yeah. Let me read the comments before we go to the next subject. Press Salah says Spurs lucky today. Huh?
I just got to go downstairs quick.
Yeah. It's fine, mate. It's no problem. Press Salah says Spurs lucky today. Adebayo should finished it. Yeah, they were very lucky, mate. 100%. Very, very lucky. Spurs should have scored a lot more than one. Yeah, they had their chances, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. But listen, with 10 men, they still got the win. That's what's important for them. And they're at the top of the league. It's crazy, when you look at that league. Like, we should be there, people. We should be there, but season in, season out, when we're competing, there's always something against Liverpool, and it's just continuing. We need to stand up for our club, people. Like, we can't accept this cheating around our club. We can't accept it anymore. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Yeah. So we're gonna go obviously to the next subject. Get your comments through. That's what I enjoy the most. You know what I mean? Your comments, and I'll read it out, and then we could discuss like what's next and all that stuff. So the next subject, let's go to it, which will be Liverpool's preview. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. So as you can see, people, Leicester, Brighton is not, we've been talking about Leicester now, Leicester's in my head. Brighton is not an easy, team to beat. We've got a pretty bad record against them, as you can see. They always got the upper hand for some reason against us. Even at Anfield, I went to a game a couple of seasons ago. I think it's a quad season when Naby Keita got injured on the pitch. We was leading, I think, 2-0, and then they came back to 2-2. It's just, yeah, it's just, I think it's a draw there, 2021, that one. I was at Anfield for that one. I was watching the game. Yeah, it was frustrating. As soon as Naby Keita came off, we wasn't the same team anymore. I didn't know he had that much impact in the team as well. Yeah, so the record is pretty bad against Brighton. And obviously the last 3 games you can see is a draw, a loss and a loss. You know what I mean? And what frustrated me last season was the acceptance of the defeats. You know what I mean? Like, we should be proud the way we played. That's what Klopp said after these games. And I said, have we gone that low? Are we accepting, defeats against the likes of Brighton and, as a norm? And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Obviously, the 2 games were away, but I'm expecting a different result tomorrow. I'm expecting us to be more powerful. I'm expecting us to be, getting the game by the scruff of the neck and, having a go at them. And I'm not going to, look at it the way I did last season. I was afraid going to Brighton last season, but now I'm not afraid of going to Brighton. I'm not afraid of going to the Etihad. I'm not afraid of going to the Emirates, Old Trafford, etc. Now we've got the starting lineup, and we've got quality players around the lineup. I think we could actually cause a lot of damage this season. And I was just saying about the Brighton performances last season, Ross. Like, if you look at it's not a good record. I mean, this is 6 games. Like, look at that. We only won once, and it shows. Like, I don't know what it is with Brighton, Uncle Ross. We struggled very badly against them. Do you know the reason for that?
You know what it was last season, and we didn't have the best of season last season.
Mm-hmm.
We had literally had a worn out midfield. And no matter what we tried to do to that midfield, tweak it or whatever, it just wasn't working. It was just broken. Do you know what I mean? And Brighton took advantage of that. So did a lot of other teams at the day. Mm-hmm. I can remember at the day, we lost against Wolves as well, away from home, 3-0.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So a lot of teams took advantage of that. But the problem that Brighton's got this season now, they haven't just got the league to contend with, They've got Europe to contend with, Europa Cup. And to be honest, they cannot manage it. So, like, this season, I don't fear at the end of the day going to Brighton. I'm not saying that we're gonna spank them.
No, I've got more confidence than before because of the personnel we got. That's what I think, mate. I mean, that's the difference.
Our midfield at the day is fixed now. You're not saying it's fixed. And if you're to believe rumours that Nick, I was reading something the other day that sort of like with Andre from
he's got the final to play, innit? I think it's near the end now. Yeah,
he'll find, but apparently in the day, it looks like in the day sort of like we can get him signed in the before the January window. So like then in January,
so nobody can compete with us. Like, we don't want that nonsense again. You know what I mean? Like, because I think he was linked with, who was it, Man United? I think it was Man United or someone like that.
Fulham wanted him.
Yeah.
Fulham wanted him. West Ham.
Yeah, that's it. West Ham. That's what
West
it
Ham.
was. West Ham.
Somebody else wanted him. But what is it? And what they're saying and days like.
Oh, Chelsea. That's it. Chelsea.
But what they're saying and days like this, it's like, don't worry, Liverpool fans. His destination is Liverpool. He wants to come to Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so basically, what they're trying to do is like trying to get an agreement set up. Put it this way, trying to get him signed and then before sort of like January. So like then when January comes now, he just comes straight. You know what I mean? January 1st, he comes to England. Do you know what I mean? Because
that's it.
Because what is he's got the final. Who are they playing? Is it Boca Juniors they're playing?
I think so. I think so.
I think it's Boca Juniors.
Yeah.
Right, and that's going to be like, I think that's going to be next month.
Mm-hmm.
I think November. November. I think it is. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But their league at the day.
Boca Juniors. Yeah, Boca Juniors. Brazil versus Argentina. That's good.
I'm watching that.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch that. 100%.
I'm up for it. But the thing that happened at the day is they played that, and then their league finishes in December.
Yeah.
And that's when the season ends in December. So what is it today? They want to get it all wrapped up and everything that. So like, in January now.
Yeah, tell people how highly you rate him, man. Because you told me about him. I remember, like, I didn't know much about him. And I think it was in your channel, maybe. I don't know. We were speaking about him, and I said, mate, you asked me about it. I said, I don't know a lot about him. But you said you watched him.
Yeah.
Like, what does he resemble? What kind of player is he like?
He resembles a Fabinho in his Fabinho in his heyday. He resembles that. He's got a touch of an angel. I'm telling you, he's got a touch of an angel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he's sort of like when he touches the ball, I swear you look up, we see angels singing.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He's got something, and what he does, what he does at the day is when out of possession, he's out of possession, he'll just slip into the back four, making a back five.
Yeah.
In possession, and he'll come out into midfield and come into that attacking role. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So he's got really good defensive qualities, and he's got really good attacking qualities. Put it this way, he's the last piece in our jigsaw for the midfield.
I don't think he's going to be the last piece, Uncle Ross, because I think Liverpool wanted him and another young defensive midfielder on top of that last season. They were willing to get Lavia or Caicedo and him as well, as far as I'm aware.
But I think at the day, say for instance that if we got
but we got Gravenberch instead. You're right, actually. Yeah, if you think about it.
But what I'm trying to say, if we got Lavia, and if we got Caicedo, I don't think we got to get Andre.
No. I think it was one of them and him. That's what I said. One of them and him, not both of them together.
Lavia
or Caicedo and him. That's what it was. Yeah. But now we've got Gravenberch. You could be right. He might be the only one that's coming in.
Yeah.
But listen, I trust your judgment. I hope he's that good, man. I want to know if he could cover the pitch as well, because I need a runner. I don't need although Fabinho was fantastic, people. I know he was amazing for us. We won the Champions League, the Premier League and everything with him. But he wasn't the best runner. You know what I mean? His running ability couldn't get him across the pitch quick enough. You know, if someone gets past him, that was it, wasn't it, Uncle Rods? That was the problem. You know what I mean? So I want a player like Mascherano that can turn and chase players down and, get the ball back. That's what I want to see.
The thing is about with him, today, right? When I say sort of like, out of possession, he goes into the back five.
Yeah.
It makes it a back five and it makes it a back five.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody will get him past him as that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it will go along. Let's say for instance, you got like Verge, Matip, in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? And then you also got Robertson and Trent. Do you know what I mean? Right? That's your back four. Then what will happen? And he will slip in there, and I feel like make it a back five.
Yeah.
He would not want to have to do too much running back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He would just be like stationed there. I'm telling you, they put this boy, and he's young as well. And I'm saying it today. So like under Jurgen Klopp, do you know what I mean? Yeah. He only gets better. I'm telling you, he only gets better. You're gonna see a player that at the end of the day, right? Yeah.
I'm rubbing my hands together.
We get him at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
We get him. One, that's the final piece to our jigsaw to midfield.
Yeah.
And two, at the end of the day, right? We're making a much more serious challenge that we are now at the for the league. I reckon that we get him in it for now. We might win the league.
Wow.
That's a difference. That's a difference. Do you know what I mean? Because then what happens at the day, you've got him in midfield right? Szoboszlai and McAllister as well don't have to do too much defending. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Work,
they can get forward and do their thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Especially McAllister.
And then you saw the qualities of Gravenberch yesterday. You know what I mean? So you got that on top of that as well, yeah.
Exactly, and Gravenberch can go and do his thing as well.
See, now Jones is suspended. Gravenberch slots in. It's brilliant, isn't it? It is brilliant. Come on, people, man. You got to give it. Look at that.
And that's what other teams. Haven't got. And this is why, at the end of the day, right? There's victimization at the end of the day when it comes to Liverpool and for that. Because I know at the end of the day, right, is that we've gone out and then we repaired. We let all these players go, and we repaired our midfield, right? And we're getting results. And that's very hard to do. And they don't like
and convincingly, we're winning. We deserve to win the games. That's the most important thing as well, Uncle Rods. Like, it's not like we didn't deserve to win it. We actually deserve to win these games. You know what I mean? Even with 10 men against Newcastle. Look at Newcastle battering PSG. You know what I mean? We went to Newcastle and battered them with 10 men. So it shows this team is ready. It's really ready, man, to go. Salah says we guarantee second or third at least if we win. Yeah, but it's a long season, isn't it? We don't know where we're going to finish at the moment. So, yeah, I'm talking about the step over past Romero. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. So, apologies. John Conway says, big up Fozzie and Uncle Rods. Big up all day, every day, mate. You know what I mean? You're the man. Wait till I come back from Anfield. I'm going to come back for with something, mate. Wait. Hamza says, big up Uncle Rose and Fozzie. Big up Hamza. Always, mate. Always, brother. Always. Yeah, rest in peace, Lady Kathy Ferguson. Alex Ferguson's wife passed away. All of our condolences go to the family, of course. And, you know, rivalry aside, Liverpool Football Club and the fans were very respectful. Very respectful. Ain't that right, Uncle Rose?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes at the day, put it this way, you got things in life at the day that's bigger than football. You know what I mean? It's got bigger than football. So, like, you know, when situations like this happen, you do take, like, put your rivalries aside and say, look, you know, rest in peace. You know what I mean? And your thoughts are with the family in these times. You know what I mean? So, yeah, some things are bigger than football.
Yeah, 100%. Football Century says, question for the panel. Who does Nunes remind you of, Torres or Suarez? Uncle Boz?
Torres.
I think he's a mixture of both.
Yeah,
you know, if you look at the way he runs, like the channels, the way he chases the ball, it's a bit like Suarez. The way he runs past defenders and, you know, slots it in is a bit like Torres. So it's a mixture of both. That's what I think. You know
what it was with Suarez today.
Yeah.
I just Suarez was a beast. He was just a beast. Once he got that sniff of goal, he wasn't missing it. Do you know what I mean? And with Torres and days, like Torres did miss a few chances and he thought and they slot in. But you see what it was. See, look at some of the chances that Nunes got. Has got since he's been right. If that was Suarez, obviously in his heyday.
Oh, clinical. Oh, all day, every day.
Listen, he's putting that away and some. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Never got sniff of the goal and things there. So I would say more like Torres, but I can understand what you're saying. A bit of both.
Yeah, he also says, I'm so-called Farmers League. The pressure is more for the best teams to always win. Yeah. But what worries me about this league, bro, like, is the you know, Man City winning 5 in a row. That's what worries me. Like, what's the difference between the German league and the Italian league and the, you know, Spanish league if a team is going to win 5 in a row? That's a Farmers League. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hang on. Let me look for the comment. I'm only good. Listen, I'm doing your comments, people, so don't worry. I'm here for you to represent. There we go. Big up Psychedelic Shaolin. He says, big up Fozzie, big up Uncle Rods. Tony is banned from football for 8 months, not 6 months. My bad. After admitting 232 breaches of Football Association betting rules, the governing body has announced. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. Yeah, apparently he's an addict. He's an addict, unfortunately, mate. I mean, so yeah. So Uncle Roz, so what do you think of the game? How's it gonna go? You think?
What I'm looking for at the end of the day is for Liverpool to start off quickly. And I'm not the slow starting, you know, passing back to the goalkeeper and this and that.
Yeah.
Start off quick and with intent, fast passing.
Yeah.
Cut them open and get your goals. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Because I honestly think at the end of the day, right, these are probably the best times to play Brighton. Do you know what I mean? The best time to play Brighton. But you cannot give them you cannot give Brighton any confidence, because once you give Brighton a confidence, you have Matoma, you have João Pedro,
quality players, man.
All those players that they're running at you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? And they've still got some quality players in the team. Got Evan Ferguson, which is a quality player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, you literally have to sort of like say, right, you know what? Last year and they was a blip. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like we had an aging midfield and so forth, a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Now this season, now, right, we're going to show you what we're made of.
Yeah.
So we have to get at them and get at them early, to be honest.
Spot on. Psychedelic Shaolin says Tony will be banned until January 16th, 2024, and has been fined 50,000. Well, the question is, guys, what I want to ask you guys in the comments as well. What do you think of the referees? You know, like the amount of rules they break, the amount of mistake they make on the pitch. Why don't they ever get fined? I mean, like they're professionals now, so they earn enough money to. So if we find them, maybe those mistakes they're making will be limited. Do you get what I'm saying, Uncle Rose? Why is it always players that get fined and officials just get away with it?
Because of the dictatorship, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I mean, Mark Grovich, and they big up Mark Grovich.
Oh, big up! I saw what you said to me. I decided to research it myself. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, big up Mark Grovich, because he just spits the facts, no matter who it hurts. You know what I mean? You know. So even if he hurts his own team, he'll spit the facts. You know what I mean? And you know, he said he called it. He said, "He goes, what we're doing here, is this a dictatorship? Because this is what I see. You know, I see a dictatorship where like these people, and that you cannot tell them nothing. You know what I mean? And it cannot be like that. It cannot be like that in you know, in this league. And that's what I see. You know what I mean? And once you got sort of like a situation where you got a group of people and that are beyond reproach. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where you get chaos, you get anarchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you get a dictatorship. It's like certain like governments in the day where they have like, you know, a dictatorship. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? It's just chaos. It's just, you call it what it is. You call it fascism. Do you know what I mean?
You know, Uncle Ross, I think this league has lost its identity. I don't.
Oh, yeah. Well, since as I said before, I think that I was trying to explain to some people before, and then they're on another channel. I said at the day, what it is at the day is that when you had the league at the day change its name, and you had like people and they plowing all this money into the league. Do you know what I mean? Right? It then became a whole load of agendas. That's what it became, a whole load of agendas. And it became a situation that who looks good for me to represent? You know what I mean? Yeah. And at that time it was Man United. So really and truly, and since 1992 when they changed the name, remember the day before that when they had the old Division 1, do you know what I mean?
Look at the teams that used to win it, like we said before.
Yeah, there was literally no problems. But then they've changed it. You know, they've changed the name of it. Yeah. And all of a sudden, right, there's problems. There's bad calls on referees.
The tackles are not in the game anymore either. People it's not physical anymore.
You can't even go. You cannot even go near a player without the player falling over free kick to advance and someone off the field. Like Didier Drogba used to do that. Didier Drogba and they sort of like whenever the game and day wasn't going his way, what he would do, he would fall over and his head and the person and they would would be nowhere near his head. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right? But that was just like advance himself up the field, didn't they? With the free kicks. Do you know what I mean? So you know you're getting all these like all these sort of like little crappy little things. But that's all happened when they changed the name. So
it was a man's game before. Like, sorry to say, I don't want to be sexist or anything like that. It ain't a man's game anymore. You know what I mean?
It's not. I mean, he literally, you got to call it like it is. You got to say it like it's not a man's game anymore. And what's actually happening is these players and these like this league at the day, right? When you talk about lost his identity, he lost his identity in 1992. That's what I think. So he's lost his identity over 30 years ago. It's lost his identity. And
the competitive edge, basically. It's not competitive anymore. If you look at the league, I think about 6 or 7 since its formations won it. You know what I mean? And forget about the 6 or 7. Probably 3 or 4 of them won it once. And the rest, there's only 3 teams that have Chelsea, 4 teams, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal and Man United have won it more than once. If you know what I mean, Uncle Rod. So basically it's been dominated by 4 teams. That's what I'm trying to say.
And you got to look at it. You got to look at one of those teams that they sort of like, as I said the other day on your show, one of those teams had a manager in Alex Ferguson at the day, right? He was sitting on the Premiership board. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when you look at that, a person simply sitting on the Premiership board, and you kind of think of, well, how much influence did he have on games. Do you know
Exactly.
what I mean? Yeah. So when you take that into account, then you start
It-
thinking that they sort of, well, how many leagues did he actually win?
Win fairly, but look at Barcelona. Look what's happening to Barcelona at the moment as well. I mean,
Yeah, you got
Pep Guardiola's reigning people. He might lose a lot of titles because of tampering with referees in that league as well. You know what I mean? Barcelona get investigated. So, like Uncle Rod said, before that, the league had integrity. That's how you say it. It had
and
people in charge of it that don't cheat. You know what I mean? They were all about the football, and that was it. After that, it became like a show business. People who don't know the game started running it. Referees, even who haven't played the game, like at least old referees, even though they were part time, they played the game in their spare time. You know what I mean? They were ex professionals, or they played in an amateur level. Then they moved into business or became a teacher or something like that.
yeah,
In the modern day, it's all about office people with suits that's running our game that never played, never touched the game. You can see FIFA when you look at FIFA.
yeah,
These people don't have a clue. But yet we let these people run the game, and look at the way the game's turning out now. It's becoming less interesting. It's not passionate anymore. The passion is slowly drifting away from football. People, if you look at it, when I'm watching football nowadays, it's like when people ask me, Uncle Roz, when I was younger, I watched football all around the world. There's a Liverpool team in, I think, Ecuador or something like that. There's an Arsenal team in somewhere else in South America. People don't even know about it. That's what I used to watch. I used to know every team around the world. Now I just can't watch football anymore. I only know Liverpool because the passion side of it is gone. It's slowly just because there's no competitiveness. I don't see teams fighting anymore for titles. You already can predict who can win league titles now in every league. It's not just this league. In every league, it's gone that soft. It's sad. It's sad. It's really really sad.
it's become very predictable. But
Yeah.
this is what you get in the day when you get a league and you allow people in the league that's got too much agendas. Now, to be honest, at the day, right? Yeah, I'll go so far as say, right? You don't necessarily have to play football at the day to be good at the job. Because you look at Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho hadn't kicked the football in his life.
But he was semi-pro player. He did play.
His claim to fame. His claim to fame really was check it out.
Yeah, carry on though.
I think he did. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, if not, if we don't use him for example and for that, I use this as an example, right? I remember when I used to do boxing years ago.
Yeah, he did play. He did.
Okay, fair enough. I do.
He was a midfielder.
Yeah. Let me take another example then. I remember when I was sort of like
I think Gerard Houllier is the one you're talking about, someone like that. Gerard Houllier was a school teacher in Liverpool. He never played the game, I think.
Right, yeah, he's into university, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, right, if you take him, I'm going to take him as an example, I'm going to take another person as an example as well, right? The first one, when I used to do boxing years ago, right, there was a guy that used to be boxing coach for Reading Boxing Club, yeah?
Yeah.
Day, right? He, right, had never boxed before in his life.
Yeah.
But what it isn't, all those like exams you have to pass to get your license. To be sort of like a boxing coach. He passed it, and what it was with him, he had a good idea about the sport. So basically, and when he done his coaching, you know what I mean, when he coached these guys and everything that he knew what he was talking about in a certain way, right?
Yeah.
Gerard Houllier as well. You put on Gerard Houllier. Gerard Houllier.
But I agree with you 100%, Uncle Ross. There's footballing people that haven't played the game. You know what I mean? But they understand the game. You're 100% right. They love the game. But what I'm trying to say is the referees in football nowadays is people that if you remember when you used to go to school, there's you that loves football, probably loves education at the same time, and there's people that just love education. They want to be businessmen. They don't want to that's the referee nowadays. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, because how can you have VAR and still don't understand the game? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you got the help, but you still got struggling. That's because football wasn't your first pick. It's like Paul Merson said today. I don't know if you've seen when he was getting angry. You need to watch it. The referee, he says, Mike Dean, he told him like, the reason you guys don't know anything because you never played the game. You don't understand the game. But Mike Dean was saying, but it's the rules of the game. This is why they're following the rules. And he said, but you could have broke that rule that game. I mean, if the goal wasn't allowed, you could have said something to stop the game, so they could actually, at least give the goal. And like go over that rule that you was coming out with. That's what Paul Merson said. But Mike Dean said, it's the rules of the game. They had to follow it. I mean, they can't restart the game or anything like that. As soon as the free kick was taken, blah 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 blah. But Paul Merson said you could have stopped it.
That's what I'm saying. And Paul Merson's right, because that's rubbish. Because why did they restart that game with Man United? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and Brighton, yeah.
And with Brighton, they could have done that. They could have said,
it's just making the rules as they go along, mate. That's what it is.
That's what they could have said, hang about, we made a mistake here. He goes,
yeah,
and get a message down to that the referee, and say, look, you know what? At the end of the day, right? It's a goal. It's a goal. That's
because a goal. When they took the free kick, nothing led to a goal. So you could just stop it. Say, stop the ball. Stop the ball. You know what I mean? Just that's all you have to do.
Or even at the day, you put on a sort of you put on a screen from that, right, and said you say VAR check, goal. You could have done that.
I couldn't do anything about it. You know what I mean? It's just a nonsense talk.
You know what?
Nonsense.
You know what isn't there? What they're trying to do in them, they're just trying to cover their own hide.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? They know they're messed up, and when you look at it, look at Paul Merson. If Paul Merson and they knows that you messed up, you have effed up. It's right in the obvious, isn't it? Because he and the day will not give anything to Liverpool.
Oh, he's the worst. One of the worst. One of the worst.
So if he tells you at the end of the day, right, that you effed up, and you should have given that goal,
you must have effed up really bad.
You must have effed up in a bad way.
Yeah, Football Century says I would take Mambumo as a cover for Salah. I think it's a Brentford player, the winger with a funny hairstyle and a beard. He got something about him. Klopp could turn him into something special. You know what? Maybe yeah. He's a busy little player. He doesn't stop running. That's what I like about him. He's always persistent with his running and giving teams problems all the time. That's what I like about him. Yeah. So that's about it with that one. Obviously, we're going to do the starting lineup soon, but I want to talk about this, Uncle Ross, this one. Apparently, he sustained another injury. Thiago, he's having issues apparently getting fit for the team. And a lot of our fan base are getting fed up with him. They're saying, get him out the club. Enough is enough now. You know what I mean? But what do you think, mate? Is it time? Because it is becoming frustrating. Each time he's trying to come back, he's getting injured again some way, somehow. It's a setback. But it's not a major injury, Klopp said. It's not like the thing that took him out. It's just little niggles here. When he's recovering from an injury, he's starting to get in little niggles. Just like Besitic as well. That's why you didn't see him yesterday.
Let's say in a day, I can understand how the fans feel. Yeah. And I feel out because I'm just getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated in him, and I'm starting to lose a bit of patience in the day. It's listen, in the day, you're only a good player. You're only a world-class player, or even a good player if you're playing on a pitch. Do you know what I mean? Right? If you're spending most of your time injured in the day, you've come back to sort of you've come back to training and for now. After we've been waiting for you for so long.
Oh, rubbing our hands together.
Yeah, you've come back to training in the day, and you got injured. You know what I mean? I can understand what Klopp's saying, and they were saying that they will look. It's not it's not a major injury. I get that, but what a lot of fans are thinking: what if he comes back in the team, starts training well and for that? And then you obviously give him a start. No, you bring him on the sub, and he gets injured.
Well, him not playing last season was the issue. We didn't qualify for Champions League because when he was playing, we was doing good. You know what I mean? So his injuries probably cost us Champions League football. You know what I mean? Because when he's in the team, he's phenomenal. He controls that midfield. He makes us tick. You know what I mean? With his passing ability and all that stuff. Yeah. I love Thiago, man. I just wish he was fully fit, but. Do that I'm starting to think about it myself, Uncle Ross. Think about it.
He's a good player. Sergio Kopkowski, he's a good player. He's a great player, fantastic player. But you can only literally see how great he is in that, right? When he's on the field, and if he's not able to do that, he's like, well, what do you say?
Yeah, yeah, it's hard. It is hard, man. All right, people, that's us done with the preview. Obviously, we're going to talk about the starting lineup, then we're going to do the score prediction to end it. So let's go to the starting lineup, Uncle Rods. Let's do this, sir. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, let me just set it up for us first. So you like that tactical ball, don't you, Uncle Ross?
I know. I'm actually feeling.
Uncle Ross doesn't like me. You know what I mean? He just comes for the tactical ball. That's what he does.
I just come to learn.
He's honest. He's honest. Let's go. As everybody can see, that's the tactical ball there. Obviously, the goalkeeper is the best goalkeeper in the world. We ain't even gonna debate that one.
Yeah, of course.
That's undebatable. You know what I mean? I was just gutted he played in the Europa League, mate. I was just gutted about that. Do you leave Gomez, because this is a tough one? Do you leave Gomez on, or do you take him off in this one?
No, you put Trent comes back in. Do you know what I mean? Trent comes back in. Obviously, Gomez as a backup. Do you know what I mean? Because the thing is about it, right? It's Gomez is still going to be able to play games coming up, like Europa Cup and so forth. And so he was talking game time. But I think what it is, this requires Trent Alexander
quality, yeah. Then a defensive type of game. If you know what I mean? Yeah, you're right.
So I would say Trent comes back in, and obviously Gomez on the bench, and you can even at the 75 minutes take off, and bring in Gomez, couldn't you? Really,
100%.
Could do that.
100%. Right, centre back. Do you leave Matip on, or do you bring in Konate or Gomez there, or Kwanzaa, the youngster? Sorry. He played pretty well the other day. He's got a lot of applause around the country. Kwanzaa the other day.
He's a quality player.
Yeah.
I would have him on the bench. And did Matip play the other day against?
No, he was on the bench. He's fit now, Matip. He's hardly injured, I've noticed. I'm impressed with that.
I will bring Matip back in.
Yeah.
Bring Matip back in. He deserves it. This game deserves a big presence in defense.
It's good to have that back in it with him and Van Dijk being the main centre back. Like they enjoy. What I like about them, they enjoy playing together. They're good friends off the pitch as well.
I see. Do you know what I see today at the Luton game? Rio Ferdinand today, because it was done by TNT, and TNT done it.
Do people actually know Rio Ferdinand is a Liverpool fan? Do people actually know that?
They know that. And the thing is, you look at Rio Ferdinand, that he must be about 6'5", 6'6".
He's huge. I met him. When I used to play football, I met him. Yeah, I met him. He's huge. He's huge, mate. I'm 6 foot. I had to go like that. This was when he was like at Leeds. I met him. Me and Anton met him. Me and Anton used to play in a lot of competitions back in the day. So they used to bring professional footballers. I met Phil Neal. I met a few footballers back in the day. Yeah. He was one of them. Nice guy. He wasn't rude or anything, but he was at Leeds at the time, so he never played for Man United, so he was a nice guy. Obviously Van Dijk, the captain, has to play. Left back, do you bring Robertson back, or do you leave Tsimikas?
Bring Robertson back.
Do you trust Robertson now? Like, is he back to where he was before?
I do, because I think what it is, and we're kind of like managing his games more. He's not having to play so many games especially with the Europa Cup.
Yeah,
that's come up. You know what I mean? It's like he's getting time off. So like, what it is on the weekends now when we have to play our Premiership games, he's fresh. Do you know what I mean? You trust it, because I think what it was that in relation to Robertson, there, right? The mistake what Klopp made is playing in too much.
Yeah.
When you had Tsimikas there, that you could have seen him play, a few times, give him that rest and that. But now he's getting that well-deserved rest, and he's like alternating with Shimmy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's about time, poor Simi, man, to get bloody games, man. I don't like him. Like, it's sad, you know what I mean? Because I think he's a quality left back. Yeah, before last season, everybody was like shouting about him. Now, like, people are just saying he's not good enough and all that stuff. Like we discussed the other day, Uncle Ross. Like, if you don't play football, this is what you're gonna get. It's not his fault. He just didn't get enough time on the pitch, and when he plays well, he doesn't get the chance. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Football Century says I will also take Burnley's left winger Kaliosho, very young and got bags of talent. I've never seen him. I'm sorry.
I've seen him. Yeah. This is the guy that I was trying to think about the other day. No, today. Trying to think about today.
Yeah.
Like when we played against Luton, I see him play live. He is good. And like he gets himself in like good spaces.
Yeah. Is he the mixed race boy? Is he mixed race or?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, mixed race.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Okay, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know where he's from. I don't know if he's from Belgium or whatever. I don't know where he's from.
I'll check him out. I'll let you guys know in the next stream. Yeah. Philip says, I hated to vote no, but I think we are just short of City even with their injuries. Oh, okay. You're talking about is Liverpool the best team? I put a poll up earlier, Uncle Rods.
Yeah, I did, and I put yes. I don't think we're that short of Man City. I don't think we're that short of Man City. I
don't even think City's been that impressive this season. To be fair,
really,
guys,
they've won games certain times, and
I thought Wolverhampton was all right the other day. I thought they played better than. I think Man City got lucky to get that goal as well. If you look at it, there was a foul before that goal for Wolverhampton. You know what I mean, so. With that, certain players, Man City is not the same. You could see it. You could really see it. They struggle. I mean, but the Alvarez is looking pretty impressive, mate.
Yeah, he scored a wicked
goal. I thought he was a number 9. He could do everything. Yeah. He could do like a number 10 role.
A wicked goal the other day, though.
Oh, it chipped like under his foot, wasn't it? And then he chipped it in the top corner.
Yeah, apparently. So I didn't see it. Was that against Leipzig?
Leipzig. Oh yeah. I was watching that. Wow. I had to switch the channel afterwards. Yeah, they won. Who's the defensive midfielder in this game, man? Who do you want? Do we give Endo a chance, or McAllister still persist with McAllister and bring in Gravenberch?
Did Endo play the other day?
He played yesterday. Yeah, he done all right. It wasn't impressive, but it was all right.
Oh gosh, that's a hard one.
You want to push McAllister forward and play Endo there, or
Endo,
Gravenberch?
Yeah, I like to push McAllister forward and put Endo in there, but I don't.
But he's not going to do that. He's going to do that.
So I will say, in a day, he will put McAllister as deep line in midfield. Do you know what I mean?
With McAllister, Uncle Ross, like I thought, am I the only one that thinks like defensive midfielders should not go further than here, like this bit here? Cover this area. Make sure you go as a centre back sometimes. Make sure you cover when the ball is that side, you go that side. You know what I mean? Like this area, not too like where the arrows are. Just don't go too far from these areas. That's what I think. Because what used to frustrate me with Fabinho is he used to just leave his area, and this area was always empty. So the other teams, used to come down there and score the goals and have a chance against us. But what I like my midfielder, like if you're a DM, just stay there, centre circle, centre back. And the arrow's there. Just stay in this area. I mean, make sure you don't leave that area so you don't have gaps appearing when the opponents are coming to attack us. You get what I'm saying, Uncle Rods?
Fact, and that's what I'm saying. This is what this Andre and they would offer you. Andre would offer you, because most of the time, and they would occupy himself in that area.
Yeah,
occupy himself in that area. It's only when we're in the possession and we're attacking, he will get forward and be part of that attack. But he will spend most of his time in that sort of like area still where you want him. So initially, what you're doing there, look at now, he's in that place there, right?
Yeah.
If you pull it back a bit, pull it back,
But be centre back sometimes, like what proper DMs used to do, like cover the areas you're supposed to cover.
Even if he's there, covering those areas there, he still becomes a back 5.
And then just go there. That's it. Simple as that. And then go back.
Andre
That's all I want him to do, like cover these areas.
But you see what it is with Brazilian players. Some, I'm not saying all, but some Brazilian players, and they're just naturally attack-minded, aren't they? Some of them
Yeah.
naturally attack-minded, so they don't tend to sort of like, you know, hold their
Yeah.
corners. You know what I mean? But what's up with them? What happened?
No, I'm just deleting the stuff that was on there. It's
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on though.
So basically, yes, you want somebody at the day that's going to occupy that space just there. Do you know what I mean?
Just
And
don't go too far from the defenders. You know what I mean? This is why we're conceding goals, people. Like, if you look at the opponents when they attack us, it's because the midfielders up here. You know what I mean? They're all the way up there, and this bit is empty, and hence why these teams they come in this area here, and you know they have their fun to get the goals. Like, there's gaps appearing here. Look, the ball goes here or there or there because the DM is up here. That's the problem, because he's not a regular DM. Let's be honest. McAllister's not a regular DM.
no, it's not.
This is why, like, this is a new role for him as well. Like, he doesn't play there all the time, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but yeah, I do feel that they sort of like they will play Grambert as a DM tomorrow.
Yeah. I love McAllister anyway, by the way. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm not saying I hate him playing there. But yeah.
McAllister's a G. He's a G.
He's a G, man. He's a G. Right side, obviously, Soboslai, right back in the field. The boss. That's what they call him, innit? The boss.
Yeah, man.
So impressive, mate. So impressive, bro. Ah, I can't believe it, man. We've got Steven Gerrard, mate. Part 2. So since Jones is off, do you bring in Gravenberch now? Unleash the Gravenberch?
Oh, yes. He's earned his start. Do you know what I mean?
What a performance the other day. What a performance.
Really good performance. Really. And this is the things about it, and Dave, with Gravenberch, this is what he wanted. He wanted game time. And then the
smile stays on his face, isn't it? The smile.
Yeah, literally to show what he can do. You know, what he can do, as a player. And you know, I felt so sorry for him at Bayern Munich because he just wasn't getting a chance. You know what I mean? You know, you know, stuff. But like, Gravenberch takes that spot all day long. Do you know what I mean? And I hope he has a good game.
The front three is the front three, isn't it? We don't change it, do we?
Oh yeah, it picks itself. Diaz.
Yeah. Diaz, Nunes, and Salah, right?
Yeah, it picks itself. It does pick itself.
Does Jota have a shout or not? Well, he can't play. He can't play.
Jota can't play, Jota can't play. And obviously Gakpo's injured. Do you know what I mean? So it literally picks itself, really.
Who would you prefer now, like watching the season? Nunes or Gakpo at front? If you had your choice out of two.
It's a hard one because you know what it is. Both players and they offer you something different. Do you know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
But if you twisted my arm, I will have to on paper.
Yeah.
To go with Gakpo because he obviously, you know, and he can score your goals. He's got that ability to turn in the air, turn and shoot the
With Nunes, Uncle Roz, like, where do you want him to be? Like, is it all right where he is at the moment when he's like running up and down like a maniac here and there and all that stuff, or do you want him to be in the box, in the like fox in the box kind of role?
Now, probably the fox in the box. I would say
there,
Nunes and they just wait up there and wait for the service up there. And I just tell people to get service to Nunes. You know what I mean? You know, but you know, with him running up and down, it does kind of like, you know what I mean?
Help the team.
It does help the team. So it's a very hard one. But like as you said in the day, he probably would score more goals if he was that fox in the box. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know, because I suppose at the day you're a striker, so people don't look at what you do off the ball. They look at what you, you know, they look at you putting the ball back in the net. Do you know what I mean?
Especially that miss he had the other day over here, like, you know what I mean? You can't miss that chance, guys. Let's be honest there. Like, you can't, man. He hit it here, like, it went off like that. Come on. You got to put it in, man.
That was horrendous. But like, I think I was talking to this guy today, one of my colleagues that I was working with. I said the problem with Nunes is that he overthinks things too much. Instead of like sometimes just doing what comes natural to him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's it. You know that? See what I just done? What is this? That's all you want him to do. Look.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know,
it's not over the line. It's not over the line. It is over the line now.
Yeah, man. That's what we do, man. Yeah, I like your Technology.
It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, but it's good to have this. It's quite nice. Basically, if you've got a Mac, you could get it. I don't know if you could get it in other ones. Mac, it works though.
Oh, what's a Mac? What is it? Message.
It's called tactical pad, like a tactical pad. Yeah, it says at the top there, tactical pad. Yeah,
Yeah, man, big up.
it's quite good. It's quite good. You could do a lot with it. Yeah, but yeah, that's all I want him to do, Uncle Ross. Like, just put the ball back at the net, mate. You know what I mean? Don't do any more than that.
No, you just don't want to do anymore. I mean, to be honest, today, sort of like you want him to be like a Gary Lineker, don't you? A goal post.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If Gary Lineker and think that, right? When you look at him, you probably sort of like thinking, "Hey, what? You know, he didn't look."
He never got a yellow card ever or red card.
He didn't really look sort of like really that kind of player, did he? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
Gary Lineker was quick though. He was very quick. He can run. Yeah. He was very fast.
Yeah, but the things about him, you know, he looked quick, and then because he's in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
He didn't really have to cover a lot of ground. You know what I mean? He's at the right place, right time, and just slot the ball back in there. Barcelona was the same. Do you know what I mean? You know, and I think Barcelona that when he went to Barcelona, I think that changed his career.
Yeah.
For the better.
Yeah.
He loved it out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he up to now.
He scored, I think it was something of the ratio of a goal a game kind of thing. That's Barcelona.
At Barcelona, he found his niche at Barcelona.
Yeah.
He found his niche, and he loved it out there. He said, you know, I mean, he speaks
Spanish.
He speaks Spanish now.
Catalan kind of.
Yeah, he speaks Spanish, and he said that when he went to Spain went to Barcelona, he used to have 2 Spanish lessons a day.
Wow.
He said two a day, and I think that he really wants to learn language, and he's fluent, and
he's a smart guy. You can see he's very intelligent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to love him, Trevor Brooking, and Alan Hansen back in the day with Des Linen in Match of the Day, the old days. That was the best 3, obviously 4 of them, but it was brilliant. If you guys missed that, man, I feel sorry for you. It was the best Match of the Day back in the day, the best.
You know, man. Gary Lineker was that guy that think that, right? To me, he reminds me of a Klopp. You can't hate him.
Even though he played for Everton.
Even though he played for Everton, you can't hate him because he's that sort of person, and sort of like he's so nice to people. You know what I mean? Yeah. All he wanted to do in him day was play football, and he got his chance to play.
He was just a goal scorer. That was it. He wasn't the best football in the world, but he was just a goal scorer.
A goal scorer. That's what I'm saying. Even when he was at Tottenham, at the day, goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? Everywhere he's been in the day. Is a goal scorer. What he was at the day, he was that player that you just talked about. He was that fox in the box.
In the box.
Once that ball got to him, in the area, that's going in the back of net.
Ian Rush as well, like that. John Aldridge back in the day as well, like that. Psychedelic Shaolin says if that Diaz was a given, if that Diaz goal was given, things would look different. Let's see how the table looks after 38 games. 100%, bro. 100%. We would have been top of the league, and we would have watched Man City and Arsenal, see them battle it out, and probably be clear of one of them, if you know what I mean, in the league. 2 of them, because Man City lost, of course, against Wolverhampton. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, mate. I've just got a feeling it's corruption, like Uncle Ross said. It's all corruption. That's what it is. They don't want Liverpool getting away from everybody else. That's the whole point, people. Like, you need to get with reality. That's how it is. Storm in the Teacup says Brighton is our bogey team. That's what it's meant to say, bogey team.
I like that name, you know, Storm in the Teacup, you know.
Yeah. Philip says, big up anyway, guys. Big up for everyone that's tuned in today. Thank you. I know I don't do normally late stuff, but I'm gonna start doing late stuff on a regular basis. I'm really enjoying it, Uncle Ross. I think we should do this on a regular, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
10:15 is gonna be our spot. Philip says RRP Kathy Ferguson is that Sir Alex Ferguson's wife? Yeah. Condolences. The referees stink. How can they say Diaz's goal was a lapse of concentration? Are they not watching the game? That's the thing I want to ask you, Uncle Ross, before we go. Actually, where's the video? There's a video inside the VAR room, isn't there? Normally they show you the video. Where is the video?
Yeah.
Why can't we see the video when they're watching this?
You ain't gonna see, mate. You are not gonna see that.
There you go.
I
There
mean,
you go.
when people tend to learn that day, right? When it comes to Premiership, there's
Yeah.
too many agendas. Do you know what I mean? And it's a corrupt system. Do you know what I mean? And like all these Spurs guys saying, "Oh, don't mind."
Let me put it out there, guys. You know, with Liverpool, before we go, yeah,
you'll see at the end of the day
Mhm.
when it happens to you, anything that. I
Yeah.
mean, as Cal said, didn't they? Cal said, "I'm taking notes. I'm
Yeah.
taking notes on everybody at the end of the day."
Yeah. Let me say something, Uncle Ross. Psychedelic Shaolin says, I never really liked Paul Merson, but I respect how he called out Mike Dean. 100%, bro. 100%. Let me read the last comment from Psychedelic Shaolin. He says, I like Nunez. I hope he brings his shooting boots, as I could have scored that chance the other day after 10 pints. Funny guy, Psychedelic. Let me say something to you guys. You know, with Liverpool, I don't know if I mention it a lot. Like, I'm gonna keep mentioning it. I don't really give a damn. I mean, I'm all about Liverpool in a way. When you challenge the system, like before the 1989, the Heysel, Liverpool was fine. We was in Europe, winning everything, league titles. Never heard us in the press. Never seen any screw jobs or anything like that. It's when you challenge the system that these things, occur. You know, if you get what I'm saying, people, for years they've been fighting for the 97 that passed away, and they beat the system. I mean, and don't forget, it brought the government and the police and all that stuff into question. So it ruined a lot of stuff, relation with the public and the government in a certain way. So when you have these issues with the system, this is what you're gonna get. You might think it might not affect because it's just a game, but they can get their claws into things like this and cause issues. And that's what's been happening to Liverpool Football Club since 1989. Am I wrong, Uncle Rose, about that? Because I don't remember before that. I looked at Liverpool. I haven't been alive to see all of it, but it looked like we was one of the greatest teams in Europe. There was no issues with the government. Before the stuff happened, and Liverpool were consistently like winning league titles and European cups. But after that, it looks like the relationship has just broken, and they always set us up somewhere somehow. As everybody knows, the Sun, you don't buy the Sun. There's a reason for that, because they told lies about the Liverpool fans. They were drunk going to the game and all that stuff. It's their fault that this happened to them and things like that. So that's what I'm trying to say to you guys. Like, if you challenge the system, look at the people that's no longer with us. Majority that speak a lot. They're no longer with us because there's a reason. They challenge the system. And this is what's happening to Liverpool Football Club. They're making sure that we go down, and they're loving doing that to us. Even when we boo the national anthem, do you think that the King and Prince want the world to see like them getting booed when they're shaking hands on the pitch with the footballers, and the world to see things like that? Like, and when the world is watching and saying to themselves, look at that country, this is the King and the Prince, their fans are booing them. Do you think these people want to see things like that? There you go, man. It's a system. It's a system around Liverpool. That's why we challenge things. That's why people don't like us. That's what it is.
You know what it is, and Dave, when you speak truth to power, when you speak truth to power, it happens. I mean, look at Russell Brand. You got to look at Russell Brand. See what's happening with him. Do you know what I mean?
How many Uncle Ross, how many lives did they destroyed? When afterwards, when they destroyed them, they said, "Oh, it was a mistake." You know what I mean? By that time, but their reputation is already destroyed. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm trying to say. They've been doing that for years. You see, like this lady put it, woman put it, sort of like in a good way. I don't really watch her podcast because she had a person in the day on her channel and that she shouldn't have had on. That's a different story. Anyway, but she did say something in the day in relation to Russell Brand. Said, look, this is a guy at the end of the day, right, that did at one time have women thrown himself at him. Everybody wants to be Russell Brand and so forth. But then, so like Piers Morgan would say, because, well, that doesn't matter. He could have done it. Because, there's a probability. Well, you can check this now. Elon Musk, that guy Musk, he's a multi-billionaire and everything, that right? You won't catch him robbing a bank, would you?
Nope.
You know what I mean? He probably could do,
Yeah.
but it's not likely that he would rob a bank. So that's what he's saying. He's saying that they would sort of like Russell Brand. He could have done it. You know what I mean? But it's not very likely he could have that he would.
Does he need to do it if people are throwing themselves at him?
That's the thing. Like, there's a probability that he could have done it. Yeah, but like the probability, like what his stature, like what he sort of like had going on. Because remember that day he said at the day, look, at the end of the day, right, I'm a gallus. He told people for a long time, I used to be a gallus, and the thing that he had women throwing himself at him. That's why she's saying that day, right, with him having women throwing himself at him.
Exactly.
The probability of him doing that is very, very, very low.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So with us now, is at the day when you go back and it goes deeper than sort of like it goes deeper with the sort of like with
the system
with high school. It goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
He actually goes back in the day when we had control of the docks.
Yeah.
Right? When we had control of docks and everything like that, right? Liverpool itself at that time was a vibrant place.
Yeah.
Vibrant place for the economy. A lot of people were getting jobs in the day, right? And it was making money.
The city was booming. The city was booming. They had the Beatles. They had everything, like going for the football team.
Yeah, they had everything. Do you know what I mean? And then literally sort of like Liverpool was like rough like that. I'm gone. Anyway, I carry on talking in it. You know what I mean? They had everything that they sort of like, obviously needed. Do you know what I mean? They needed in that city. But then, so obviously, government got involved and they started to take this part of the dock and, giving it to other people.
The government took me down, mate. They took me down.
You know what I mean? No, but you know what I mean? I was just saying that day, sort of like, obviously, at that time, Liverpool was booming. There's a booming city and stuff. We had the docks and everything was going right for them. And then obviously, government gets involved in it, takes the docks, gives most of it to gives it all at the end of the day to Manchester. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why in the day that there's
the animosity comes through them too.
Yeah, that's why the animosity comes through. You know what I mean? Because they stole the docks from us. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So then what's happened in the day, right? When the docks went, you know what I mean, Liverpool as a city went down. Now they say that, you know what I mean, that unemployment up in Liverpool was very, very high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember that they always change our song at the day to like not walk on but sign on. Do you know what I mean?
Sign on. The Scousers, let them know.
Yeah. But the reason was because of that, and that right? Because like Liverpool's economy, and then they got stolen away from them. They got stolen away from them and given to Manchester. You know what I mean, right? Manchester was nothing before they got that.
Oh, it was nothing, man.
They were nothing. Do you know what I mean? It was that Liverpool that was a booming city. So from then in the day, right? From that time, then when they've done that, the government's done that, yeah, and they've created so much poverty in Liverpool, which in they you still see now. You know what I mean? They've had a problem. They've had a problem from there. Then it was sort of like the Heysel thing, right? And many years at the day of saying that they, blaming Liverpool, and they for the atrocities of what happened, yeah. And then they find out in the day that it didn't go like
it wasn't their fault, yeah.
They're wrong and they're wrong, and then obviously they booed the national anthem with at the end of the day sort of like with a good reason, because you got to think of it. Many of us black guys that play at the end of the day for England and that play at the end of the day in obviously in the English team, we could at the end of the day. We could boo the national anthem. We could do that because of obviously of the atrocities that's happened to us.
Yeah,
they're only voicing their emotions at the day of what's happened to them. Do you know what I mean? Through the establishment, but they don't want you. They will never let you get away with that. They will never let you get away with you pointing out their wrongdoings and the thing.
Exactly.
And that's what it was done, and you can literally see it in the day, right? There is a vendetta against Liverpool. You can literally see it.
The city as a whole, yes. The city as a whole, yeah.
Yeah. That's to say, it's so blatantly obvious. It's just ridiculous, to be honest.
Score prediction, Uncle Ross, before we leave.
3-1 Liverpool.
Ooh, they're gonna score. Oh, good. I'll go 2-0. I think it's gonna be 2. I think we're gonna keep it tight tomorrow. Yeah, that's us done, people. The next stream will be the watch along tomorrow. I took a day off especially for that, so I'll be there. I hope it's not going to be as boring as Thursday, man. That was a torture. Oh my god, I'm still like having that nightmares about that. Why did I do it? But yeah, it is what it is. You have to get on with it. Uncle Ross, where can people find you, mate? Obviously here, but where else?
Yeah, as I said, I'll be here and in the tropic with my good friend Fuzzy, Uncle Fuzzy.
We always got things to chat about, mate. We don't stop,
Yeah,
man. We could chat for hours if we have to.
Yeah, trust me, always got to chat about. So please like and subscribe to Fuzzy's channel, LRFC. Please do that. Yeah. You can find me at Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube. I have a watch along show tomorrow. And then on Monday you'll get 2 shows. You'll get like the match reaction, and you get like the weekend. We look back on the weekend's football as well. Hopefully, I'll be joined by Fuzzy if he's not too busy. But like, yeah, so we'll be looking back on that, and then more shows to come in the week. Remember, it's internationals. So there'll be no sort of like Premiership football for about a week and a half or so. So it's what it is. But yeah, Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube, Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram, and also Anfield Uncle Rods on Twitter as well. That's where you find me, people. Like and subscribe to LRFC. Like and subscribe.
Big up, Uncle Rods, man. Big up. Yes, people, as you heard from Uncle Rods, you can find him on his channel. How many are you away from 1,000, mate? Like, you're not too far now, are you?
No, I mean 8. I'm not 886. You know what I mean? I had two Spurs fans that they sort of like unsubscribe from my channel.
We'll get you back. Don't worry, mate. We'll get you back. Great show. I'm saying Liverpool 3-2. Damn, 3-2. Oh, psychological, Charlene. We're gonna see 2 goals. Big up.
As long as you win, I don't care.
Yeah. We'll get this night stuff on lock, people. We're gonna get this night thing on lock, man. It's gonna become a regular. We'll have a panel, like we're gonna be talking about football all the time. We've got to represent you guys. That's what we're here for. We don't need anything, just the support. That's all we're asking for. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the watch along. I can't wait for it. All right, people. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
125. I should be doing the starting lineup. Obviously, the show will start soon. Thing is going to come up. Watch along is going to start soon, and then the starting lineup, then the show after that. All good people. I'll see you soon. Take care.